Так. И снова продолжаем. Сейчас, секундочку. Обновление. Все? Вроде да. Так. Учимся летать, значится, да?
Who do you think will fall from their broom first?
Everybody grab a broom, and we shall get started.
Берите метлы и начинаем урок. Давай, полетели.
Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Welcome. Hello.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely, as broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you have forgotten. Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see how well everyone kept up with their practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom, say up firmly and clearly, then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up! Thank you. Now, your turn.
Up.
Up.
Up, you stupid ratty school broom.
Up.
Хе-хе.
One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off. And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once.
Так.
Good. Now, for your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do take care. The brooms
I'm
are
getting the hang of
school
this.
property. I want them
Wish I had
returned
my
in
own
one piece. Yes. Good. And lean.
О, блин, о какое управление-то напряжное.
Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we? This next set of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a challenge.
What a view!
Hello! Nice day for a flight!
Блин, надо привыкать, прям привыкать.
This is rather fun.
Это прям жесть. Куда? Мне туда, вон.
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year.
Нормально. Выше. Не врежешься. Врезался. Спасибо.
Oh, our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
Тихо. Блин, мне дезориентирует немножко управление все равно. Да что ж, я все не туда жму. Да что ж я это... Очень сильно дезориентирует. Очень сильно.
That wasn't too bad.
Oh,
Жесть.
I say, I watched you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton. Am I right in suspecting that a Gryffindor like you might be interested in a high-flying adventure?
Can't say no to that. What did you have in mind?
A bit of a detour, so to speak. Follow me.
Ой, вот
The
это,
tour is
наверное,
about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today. Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
я так ускоряюсь.
There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Best hurry back. Looks like we've arranged a good path. Better hurry and hand in our brooms. Dismount here.
And where have you two been?
Короче, надо учиться этому делу.
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I'm disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom, the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
Все, мы умеем летать на
Sorry
метле.
about that business with Kagawa, but you have to admit, those views were worth it.
It was worth losing a few house points for that detour.
You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I have to purchase a broom then.
If you can, you should. Wish I could. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models. I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
Опа, навык. Навык. Так, что-то там в испытаниях еще. Я написал. Так, навык. Навык мы... Подожди. Тут ничего, это не надо. Ключевые нет. все равно придется, я лучше изучу. Это, короче, надо это, понятно. Где? Здесь, что ли? Ну да. Здесь что-то. Ага. И здесь тоже. Серьезно. Так, инвентарь. Еще одна страница добавилась. Так, это капуста. Это понятно, это понятно. Короче, пока по заданьку идем, по заданьке. Защита от волков 1. Недавно бронированный костюм. Так, что у нас тут? В тенях крипты. Вероятно, я смогу найти Себастьяна на его обычное место рядом с кабинетом. Так, вот новая, кстати, будет магия у нас. Так, а тут? Ой, вот это вот и более интересно. Вот это более интересно. Там что-то наград уже больше. Я, пожалуй, туда.
Revelio.
А тут ничего нету. Ха-ха-ха. А тут я уже все пропылесосил. А тут я все уже пропылесосил. Пусто. Вижу сундук. Ну ладно. Мне надо вот это дело.
Professor Weasley?
Somewhere away from prying eyes.
Беспаленная дверь. Вообще беспаленная.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor.
Ха-ха-ха. Спалил я твой кабинет. Думал его спрятать. Сейчас прям. Ой-ой-ой, а что это
What
такое?
is this place?
This is the room of requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student
Revelio.
might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor.
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you've found it.
Revelio.
Короче, она в шоке с этой темы.
There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away.
Ух ты ж, ё-моё. Подожди, квадрат, треугольник. Блин, ну, поехали. Нормально, нормально. Вывез тему.
Splendid. Now, cast Evanesco. Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its use.
Revelio.
Let's move on.
Хватит болтать, пошли.
Where in Merlin's name is that elf?
Опа.
Is that... Goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. I can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
Короче, мне дают...
Dear me. Can't you keep it down? Some of us are trying to rest.
Мне дают возможность пошариться тут.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
А, это, блин, глаз. А, оттуда так можно было спуститься. Ну ладно.
Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
Revelio.
No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin.
Бедолага. Рассыпался. Так, это убрать. Это смыть. Это подобрать.
Revelio.
А, блин, я, наверное, чью-то бумагу забрал. Тоже подтираться теперь будет. И чем вопрос? Так.
How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here?
Revelio.
Что-то тухленько как-то.
What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Revelio.
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
Accio.
Так, что у нас тут?
Revelio.
Не понял. А для чего мне сюда проход открылся? Или это ящик куда-то надо притащить?
Revelio.
Есть такого сюда надо притащить.
Accio. Leviosa.
Нет.
Accio.
Непонятно.
Revelio.
We hope that house elf can find us in here.
Так. ТПшечку вижу. Капсена пошла, все.
Yikes! Careful! Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deke will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deke was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deke was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deke is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
Нормально подумал так. Полкомнаты разнес.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed.
Я столько этих предметов
This will be more useful when I
продал.
have something to identify.
You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you.
Ой, опять. Так. Квадрат, треугольник, крестик. Поехали. Нормально. Что-то новое.
Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class.
Так, и как мне это делать? А, вот это вот это. Так, зелье, товар. Так, предметы на стену, средства содержания, ковры, мебель. А, это вот как работает. Маленький наукообразный стенд для зельеварения. Электрический. Ну, допустим. Так. Куда бы тебя примоздыкать?
Well done.
Сойдет.
You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds.
Сейчас всякого понаставлю. Так, стол определения у меня есть. А это мне нахрен не надо. Что по коврам? Ковров у меня нету. Мебель. Письменный стол я поставил. Манекен. Пара лягушек. Не, ну это мне не интересно. О, подожди, все правильно. Сюда. Да, ё-моё. Сюда. Я все кнопочки путаю. Сойдет. Полка с оборудованием для квиддича. О, ну давай. Подожди, а куда ее ставить-то? Понятно. Ящик с цветами. А. Сойдет. Так, что еще можно? Волшебные шахматы, карты. Ботанические, наукообразные, для квиддича. Да, блин. Так, блин, интересно, интересно. Статуя Пушинки мне интересно. Фонарь с тыквой неинтересно.
Deke will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
I will be sure to speak with Deke if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
Так. Ну что ж. Короче, тут можно теперь зелье мне варить, да? Пладиан. Мандрагора, спорож. Давай мандрагору. Почему бы и нет? Так, а это просто как декор. Я так полагаю. Сразу дальше варить. Ха, прикольно. Прикольно, прикольно.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First,
Very
you'll
well.
need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
Так, соберите лунные камни. 73 из 50. Охренеть. А как отсюда выйти? А, понял. Так, подожди, еще раз. Ага, нормально. Прикольно.
Revelio.
Так, подожди, товарищ. А как мне попасть лунные камни получить опять, а?
Do you have the moonstone? You can acquire some by vanishing items here in the room, or you can gather it outside the Hogwarts grounds.
А-а-а. Подожди. Есть что-нибудь некрасивое, что бы я бы убрал бы? Вот, например, вот это.
Incendio.
Извиняюсь.
You've been practicing.
Все.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Для украшения пола. Так. О, ковры дали. Обратно. Так, вот так вот идеально прям. Так, как он выглядит? Ну, это не криво. А, ну ближе и нельзя, да? Блин, печально. Да криво становится, криво. Вот сюда, давай туда. Как-нибудь вот так вот. Так, что там на стены есть? Светильник нахрен. Куча картин добавилось. Это что? Зеркала. Стулья. Столы. Ботанический стол. Давай вот это вот поставим. Так куда его поставить? Какой-нибудь вот сюда вот.
Good work. Shall we move on?
Пускай там стоит. Так, у меня там это... Зелье создаем дальше. Да, готово, мадам.
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell.
Давай, опять какая-то хрень. Так, это у нас новое заклинание какое-то, да?
Just aim your wand. Any conjured item and perform the altering spell to customize it.
Смеситель объекта. Вот это вот хорошо. Вот это вот хорошо. Можно вот на это сделать. Так. Блин. Вот это вот прикольно смотрится. Допустим. Так, изменить цвет. Во. Белый, желтый. Ой, желтый красивый. Так. Еще раз сюда. А как изменить размер? А как изменить размер? И все запоганил. Подожди. А как размер изменить? Ох, размер изменить-то, ё-моё.
I have some questions about alteration, Professor.
Yes?
How do I use the altering spell?
Simply aim your wand at a conjured item that you would like to customize and cast the altering spell as I showed you. You can change an item's appearance in a number of ways, as well as move the item around the room.
А как размер изменить,
Thank you,
овца?
Professor. I have no more questions.
I'll be here if you need anything else.
Как размер изменить? Ты чё, блин? Как изменить размер? Я сейчас ей врежу. Подожди, может на каком-то из таких объектов надо? Подожди, где камера там, ой, камера. Вот, изменить размер. Вот.
Nicely done.
Все.
Now you're ready for something a little more advanced.
Короче,
You can use the
не
altering
на всех
spell
объектах
directly
размер
on the
можно
room's
изменить, я понял.
architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony. Try aiming at the floor or at that balcony whilst...
Блин, вот прикол.
Your space might
Подожди.
benefit from a bit of ambience, don't you think? Deke,
Свет.
would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks you'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
Сойдет. Сейчас все в красный нахрен перекрашу. Все в красный нахрен. Тоже. Подожди. Нет.
You've been practicing.
Свет. Так. Вот. Свет. Так, ну ладно, пока хватит. Слишком много дел было сделано. Так, собрать, проверить. Хорошо. Так, а мандрагора там долго еще будет? О, готово. Так, теперь с тобой, да?
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel mysterious and eerie, as if I'm in the Forbidden Forest, surrounded by shadows.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Ага. Так тоже можно. Ух ты, Яша моя. Охренеть.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me.
Это что такое? Охренеть.
An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
Охренеть. Жесть. Просто жесть, сколько всего появилось, офигеть надо. Так, но эти книжки не ловятся. Ладно. Так, надо валить от селя. И валить надо куда-то в другое место. Так, ну-ка.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Так. О.
I'd like the room to be warm and comfortable, as if I'm floating inside a mug of butterbeer.
Oh, sounds perfect.
А, ну это как было, мне вернул он. Ну, пускай так и остается. Светло. Прекрасно. Отлично. Так. Делаем вот так. Делаем вот так.
Revelio.
Где-то что-то звенит. Вопрос только где.
Revelio. Revelio.
Вот и опять. И как-то попадать. Непонятно. С тобой поболтать можно? О чем?
Professor, do you have time to chat?
I always have time for my students. How may I help you?
I wondered if I might ask how long you've been teaching at Hogwarts.
Well, it's been what now? 7 swift years. Time does fly because we have fun. Essential in my opinion. An eager, positive, and confident mind is the most open to knowledge, I find.
Some of the professors may not agree with your approach.
Well, each of us has our own style, I suppose. Some in the teaching field believe that hard work and dedication are the only keys to success. But they forget what drives those things. If one cannot fathom why some would expend energy on gobstones, then one is blind to the enormous power of play.
And that's why you teach the way you do?
Precisely. I strive to be the sort of professor that I would have enjoyed in school. My experience was less cheerful.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. It sounds as if your experience as a student was less than ideal.
Had I received a more traditional education, well, enough about my student days. You are here now, and it would be a shame if you didn't enjoy it.
I'll do my best, Professor. Thank you for the advice.
You are most welcome. Try to have a bit of fun today. Huh?
Все с тобой ясно. До свидания. Так. Идем тогда к следующему заданию. Да подожди-то. Вот так вот. Вот и пошли.
Revelio.
Вот наверху где-то. Я туда не пойду. Отвали, говори, я туда не пойду.
Over here.
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way. There's a secret passage just here.
It's well disguised.
Нормально. Заныкали.
How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft.
Revelio.
We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
I think I've seen Ominous in potions. Or was it herbology? I've noticed that he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Understood. But why does Ominous have no love lost for his family?
His father's family are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Obsessed with blood status, most of them. Ominous cannot abide them, as he'll be the first to tell you. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic. But you should learn it. I can teach it to you safely here.
Запрещеночка.
It may take a while to get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
Запрещеночка, значится.
You're getting it.
Ну давай.
Ready to actually try it out? Confringo! Stick to the targets, though. Best to keep the Undercroft intact.
Ой, хорошо.
Have one of those candelabras. Both have their uses, but I think you'll find that a Confringo cast travels a bit farther. Nice work. How's it feel? That's it. I think well done.
Ой, это вот то, что мне и нужно было, ё-моё.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. To this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive.
The blast does heat things up. I see how you lost your eyebrows.
You'll get used to it. Anne, Ominous and I used to practice down here for hours. The Undercroft was our retreat. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
Just let me know when and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs.
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. I assume it's to do with what you told me. About the Portkey, and Gringotts, and Ranrock.
Nothing gets past you. And yes, it is. As I'm sure you suspect, there is a bit more to all of this.
I'm listening.
The book I found in the restricted section was missing some pages. That's about it.
Pity. Didn't think you'd disappoint me with so vague an answer. I suppose with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place between us. When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Кайф, 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 кайф. Я получил наконец-то вот эту вот магию. И она прям мне, ну, очень выручит меня в дальнейшем. Потому что очень много чего, ну, мне попадалось.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello. Ominous, isn't it? I believe we have potions together.
I recognize that voice. Heard you talking to Gareth Weasley in potions class. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
That room's called the Undercroft. Ah, well, I was exploring and then suddenly found myself in a strange passageway.
Don't lie to me. No one stumbles upon that room. Sebastian told you, didn't he? You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster. I am not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
You needn't threaten me. I'm not going to say anything about your Undercroft. And Sebastian is a good friend. You shouldn't immediately assume the worst of him.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant.
Какой противный,
Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to hear all about this.
Просто ужас. Упс. Это не я. Подожди.
Reparo.
Так. Что у нас? Ладно, добежим сейчас до него. Не туда. Ну открывайся уже.
I was hoping to see you.
Revelio.
Так, ну что ж, друзья, на этом я думаю, на сегодня я закончу. Подписывайтесь, подписывайтесь. Вас очень много смотрит, и вы не подписываетесь. Как же вы будете смотреть продолжение, если вы не знаете, когда я выкладываю? Подписывайтесь, ставьте колокольчик, пишите комментарии, лайки. Жду вас. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем пока. Увидимся в следующей серии.